Hello. Hello. I've not vlogged. There's literally nothing to vlog. I was actually really tired and I ended up falling asleep. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'm really thinking about my CT scan and it's actually time to go. Well, I need to start getting ready because I need to go to my appointment because I feel like I've not even told you guys. Today is actually Sunday, which is a really weird day to have any kind of hospital appointments, but today's Sunday, actually going for a CT scan. Now, I feel like I've not really told you guys what's been going on, but probably about 2 days into January, I had my symptoms again. Really bad kidney flare up. I don't know what terminology to use without grossing you guys out. You guys know I don't care, and I feel like it's also really good to talk about in case anybody else is also going through something very similar, or I don't know, just feels like they need someone to relate to. So when I went to the toilet, you guys know that this is something that is a long-term thing for me. Kidney flare-ups are happening very often now, almost every month. It was every other month and now it's happening every month, and I'm in pain every single day. I feel like crap every single day. So we managed to get in contact with my London doctor, thank God. I don't live anywhere near London, and getting an appointment or just being able to contact them is pretty impossible. He's basically God. I'm not gonna lie, like he is God in London. He is a very incredible man and actually really hard to get hold of. During all of this, I've been talking to my GP, who has been incredible, by the way. I've never had so much support from my GP before, and she's been an amazing support. She's also tried to email and contact my doctor in London. That was kidney pain. Oh, that was kidney pain right there. My mum described my wee colour as mulled wine, and I would put a picture up on the screen because it won't even offend anyone. It will not. My mum brought my urine sample to my GP. The actual woman on the desk who takes like the samples, she went, ooh, and kind of, yeah, was taken aback by the colour of it. So it was quite scary to look at, and obviously for me, it just triggers me. I'm not gonna lie, it does give me a bit of a spiral. It kind of spirals me because I panic and I think the worst, and obviously I just go, oh my God, if that's happening right now, then what it does that mean? I kind of go into a bit of a meltdown, and because I've been so traumatized from a surgery, it's definitely made me a bit more kind of scared of this. I'm definitely a lot more scared and hesitant for my health now. So whenever things like that happen, I can either go one way where I'm like, yeah, it's funny, like it's actually hilarious at this point, but then sometimes it hits me and then I panic and I get quite, I won't lie, I get upset because I think, oh my God, I am not going through all of that, what I went through last year again, because I've just gone through it and it's just messed me up. So as you can imagine, it's basically my new year and this happens the day after New Year's Day, and all throughout the day, this was basically happening. I was a human mulled wine tank. Let's just say that. Not the nicest thing, obviously not nice at all. And again, I've been on antibiotics I think I've been on antibiotics again, so it's not even been a month and I've been back on antibiotics. So I'm basically living off antibiotics every single month. Not a good situation to be in. So because of all this, my GP have basically tried to get in contact with the guys in London. Due to this being quite urgent and it happening so often with the colour of my urine as well being that colour, my GP again contacted. My mum is one freaking incredible woman. You know how much I appreciate what my mum does for me, and she again helped by emailing the guys back in London, and finally we managed to get hold of them and they replied via email. So that's how we're getting in touch with them, trying to go back into, it is a long process, but it's better than nothing. Basically, because of my surgeon and my doctor, he's such a high up man. The guys in London did manage to receive my mum's email, and they obviously saw what was happening. They saw the results and things like that. So they did really want me to have a CT scan. And due to obviously how many I've had in the past, 2 years, like probably the amount I've had in a year is a very, very high amount now. I've had a lot of CT scans, all because of my kidneys. They managed to request a CT scan, but done locally, because again, I can't be going to London. One, because it's so expensive to basically get a train and go to London, get taxis. You're talking hundreds and hundreds of pounds to be able to go to a hospital in London, just to be able to travel to my London hospital to see my doctor. As much as he is an incredible man, it's just a lot for a CT scan that takes no more than half an hour. So they managed to request a pretty urgent CT scan. I did not expect how quick this came through. Normally with CTs, you are waiting, a few weeks, like especially with the waiting lists and people who need it. But wow, the power, I guess, of London have been incredible, and they managed to request one locally. So obviously where I am, you guys know I live in the northwest. I live in Warrington. So luckily, actually got a text saying, here's a reminder of your appointment. So it had been done that quick that I hadn't even had the first original appointment letter. I've had no appointment letter. I've literally just had, here's your reminder, a CT scan in literally like a few days. But the fact that London have requested a CT scan this quick has been, incredible, and I'm very, very grateful that I've been able to do that, because I was no way being able to go to London just for that. It's different if I'm going to London and obviously staying overnight in the hospital, totally different situation, scenario. But going for a CT scan, if you guys have ever been for a CT, you know that it's not something that I need to travel for. So today's Sunday, and it's a really weird day to have a scan on a Sunday, but I guess they're now doing appointments on a Sunday because probably backlog. And also as well, it's actually quite nice because I have a feeling, because last time I had a CT scan in the hospital that I had my CT scan last time, it was dead. So I feel like Sundays are really good days to have a CT, because it just means that not a lot of people are going to be in the hospital. It's going to be really quiet and not too stressful. So as much as I don't want to be spending my Sunday evening, afternoon in a CT scanner, I'm very grateful that, things are slightly moving forward and maybe slightly closer to be able to getting answers of what's going on, because at the minute this is becoming such a it's becoming a life controlling thing. I've never found something so difficult before, like health wise. My pain was bad, but this is something different because it affects my whole body and my everything. Like, it really does affect your quality of life, and my life really has gone from a year ago being very, very normal, just living with chronic pain, to what it is now, where every day is a huge struggle and effort. I won't lie, I become upset and overwhelmed with a lot of it, because it is almost like, why and what is going on? Why do I still feel like this even though I've had all of this surgery? And it gets to me. So honestly, the fact that I'm going for a CT scan today is almost like a relief, because I know that, at some point I'm gonna find out, fingers crossed, what is going on and why I'm still feeling, or why I am feeling worse than I did a year ago. And this is after surgery, so I shouldn't really be feeling like this, but it is my body, and my body does some crazy things. Let's just say I surprise a lot of doctors with my body. The weird things that happen, like in my body, that is so unexplainable. It's crazy. So I do confuse a lot of doctors. I am very mind-blowing to a lot of doctors. So honestly though, nothing surprises me at this point. And I know this is probably really weird to say, but CT scans are probably my favourite scans CT scans are just so chill, like very, very quick. They're not too long. They're not as long as like an MRI. If you've had a CT scan, you will know that in the machine, they basically tell you to hold your breath for 5 seconds and then breathe normally. And they do that, I think, 4 times. So I see it as like a kind of breathing exercise. This is how weird I am. I kind of see it as like, this is a nice moment to kind of like switch off. Forget the medical side and forget the fact that I'm going in for a CT scan to see what's wrong with my kidneys. I see it as a 15-minute meditation session.
So obviously, as you can see, I've really, made an effort.
Honestly, this is basically like a night out for me. Me leaving the house for a CT scan is as exciting as my life gets. And we love that. So my dad is actually going to take me or come in with me, but my mum is going to drop me off due to parking. Yeah, basically, I'm going to take you with me for my CT scan. I just want to make my YouTube feel like a real life kind of diary, so reflecting of my life, reflecting on the good and the bad of my life, show you all aspects of my life and show you the more real side of my life now. I feel like some of you could relate, so let's go. Probably put something really, really comfy on. Something really comfy, something really cozy, because I'm literally just going to the hospital, so I'm not bothered about how I look anyway. I mean, clearly. I'm going to get changed, and then we can go for my CT scan for my 15-minute meditation. Alright, I'm actually back. I am exhausted. It's probably just the radiation, but I am feeling very, very exhausted. Typical G style, I'm going to make myself a big mug of tea. I think tea and toast tonight in bed is I want to sit in bed with a big mug of tea and some hot toast with some honey and just basically chill for the rest of the evening. I've just made myself a cup of tea. I need to just put the soy milk in. And I'm going to make myself some toast and sit in bed, enjoy a cup of tea, toast, in bed, and watch The Traitors. Because if you haven't watched The Traitors, then you're missing out. That is my favourite show. So nothing makes me happier than just being in bed with tea and toast. And my favourite programme.